So ఏమైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయండి? నిన్న క్లియర్ అర్థమైందా? వాట్ ఈస్ డేటాబేస్ అండ్ వై వి యూజ్ ఇట్? ఓకే. Still they are joining. We'll wait for a few minutes. Okay. So before everyone joins, I'll just revise once for 5 minutes what we discussed in the last session. Okay. So yesterday was like demo one session for the database. So we discussed in the last session about like what is database and why we need database and what you are going to learn in this module. Okay, these are the three things we covered in the last class. Okay, so first of all, we discussed about what is database and why we use it. So there are so many databases available like Oracle, MySQL, Postgre. Like this, we have so many database. So what is the need of a database? Whenever you want to store huge amount of data, it is not possible to store manually in books, right? If you want to store the information of students of hundreds or lakhs of people, it is not possible to store information in books. That is the reason we require some huge storage capacity, right? So for that purpose we are using what? Database. So database will be helpful for us for storing huge amount of data. So now here we are learning with Oracle database. What database? Oracle. In future, anywhere, if you come across any other database also, no problem. Maybe the view will be different, but all the queries are same in any database. You will be learning in further classes SQL and PLSQL. In all those databases, you will commonly use these two languages, SQL and PLSQL. Okay, so there will be no issue. Now I will teach with Oracle. If already in few of people have MySQL in your laptops or systems, do not delete it or install again Oracle. Use the same thing, use the queries which I am telling you, so that it will work. If you are getting any trouble, you can just ask me. I will suggest in that also. Okay, so that is about the introduction to the database. Okay, so now when you're talking about the database, we will discuss about two things, that is DBMS and RDBMS. Okay, online students, I'm just revising the last class contents. Okay, so DBMS means database management system. RDBM is relational. Both are like a software which are helping us to store and retrieve the data. Both are. So now when we are both are like used for the same purpose, why we need both? There is a small difference between DBMS and RDBMS. Database management system stores the data in terms of files, but RDBMS will store the data in terms of tables. That is the main. Okay. And one more thing is here, DBMS will not follow the important properties like acid properties, but RDBMS will follow it. So what are these acid properties? That is the question. Acid properties are like atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. So whatever it is, any of the four, what is the main motto of this four properties? Data should be maintained integrately, means proper correct ga maintain avali. Data should be maintained properly, means it should be always correct. There should be no duplication or there should be no inconsistent data. For example, as I said yesterday, what do you mean by atomicity? Means sometimes we go for any shop or we withdraw money from bank ATM. Now if you go for any shop and you pay the money with Google Pay or Phone Pay, you are paying, right? Sometimes it will deduct in your account but it will not update to them. That means the transaction is incomplete. That means it is not following the atomicity rule. Means what do you mean by atomicity? Means if you start a transaction, you have to complete it, otherwise don't start it. That is atomicity. And consistency means what do you mean by consistency? Stability should be there. At any point of time you are taking also, the data should be correct. Suppose you are transferring the amount from your account to two accounts. Suppose you have 5,000, you are transferring 2,000 to one account and 2,000 to one account. Both should not be done at the same time. So when your balance is 5,000, after giving to a person 2,000, it has to be updated to 3,000. Again from that 3,000, it has to deduct to the second account. At any point of time also, it should be like consistently maintained. Okay, and isolation is also similar to that, but it is strongly supporting the consistency. Okay, so isolation will be similar. When you are performing two transactions at the same time, the two transactions should be not dependent, they should be independent to each other. That is isolation. Okay, and finally, durability. Durability means there should be permanent saving of your transactions. That means you open the database, you inserted the data, deleted the data, updated the data. You have done so many transactions. Now, finally, if there is any power issue or network issue or system crash, your data should not be lost. It has to be saved every minute. For that, we are using a command called commit. That means each and every transaction has to be saved permanently. That means your application is having, or your database queries are having durability. So these are the four ACID properties your RDBMS is following. The examples of RDBMS softwares are Oracle, MySQL, and Postgre. These three are your relational database management systems only. Okay, so these are the things mainly we discussed in the last session. Okay, so online students, is it clear, ma, everyone? Do you have any doubts from the last session? Can online students, can you all hear me? Vijay, Bhargav, Haripriya, yes. Okay, okay. Sarita, is it clear? Okay. Everyone, it is clear, right? Okay, fine. Prashant, Venkarna. Okay, fine. So today we are going to discuss about the normalization. Yesterday I just gave you the topics or points about the normalization. I did not discuss. Today we are going to discuss about what is normalization and how many types of normal forms are there. So, first of all, why we require normalization and what is normalization? Normalization is nothing but it is the process of removing the redundancies or reducing the redundancies. Okay, so what do you mean by this redundancy? Duplicate values. So, definitely, when you're creating a table, you will be having some duplicate values. So, the main intention of this normalization is to remove the redundancies, the duplicate values. Or we can tell you are going to remove the anomalies. So, what do you mean by this anomalies? So anomalies means you will be having the issues or the duplicate values or problems in different categories. So what kind of situations we are going to get this anomaly means? First one, during insertion. During what? Insertion. We told that data will be stored in terms of what? Table. Table means what? You will be having rows and columns. Yes or no? So when you are inserting the data into the table, suppose you have joined newly in this institute, maybe in a company, anywhere. They will ask your details. Yes or no? You will be telling your name, address, mobile number, everything. Suppose you came newly to this location, you don't have mobile number, so you cannot insert your what? Mobile number. So there is an anomaly. Instead of, so there is a problem in insertion of data due to lack of insufficient data. There is insufficient data. There is no complete data to insert into the table. In such situation, we will get an anomaly of what? Insertion. Okay, we may not insert all the data completely due to lack of proper information or due to insufficient information. That is the anomaly caused by what? Insertion. And then next, you also have the second anomaly caused by deletion. So delete. So you wanted to delete particular people data. Sometimes if the information is not provided properly, if you are performing delete, there is a chance of deleting all the data. Yes or no? If there is no proper information provided, there is a chance of deleting all the data. So that situations we will get an anomaly of what? Deletion anomaly. And then finally, one more anomaly, there is a chance like what? Update anomaly. When you are updating also, if you are not updating with the specified condition for whom I have to update. So now a person joined and he did not give the mobile number. After a 1 week or 10 days he provided the mobile number. I have to update it or not? When I'm updating, if I'm not specifying proper condition, same mobile number will be updated for everyone. Yes or no? So that is what? Updation anomaly. So these are the situations where we are getting the issues, problems. So our normalization will remove these anomalies. Normalization will remove these anomalies. How we are removing, that we will see now. So we understood what is normalization and when we use this normalization. So how to avoid such situations and how to remove the anomalies. The normalization is basically the process of splitting big table into multiple tables. Throughout your normalization, we will be splitting the single table into multiple tables. So when we split the into multiple tables, we can avoid the insertion, deletion and updation anomalies to some extent. Understood? So the main purpose or how we perform the normalization, splitting the table into what? Multiple tables. Understood? Online students, is it clear about normalization? All of you? Okay, normalization is a process of splitting the table into multiple tables, and it is used to remove the redundancies. Through this normalization and splitting the tables, we will remove the duplicate values and we will remove the anomalies also. Got it? Clear? Everyone? Okay, is it clear for everyone? Okay. So now how we are going to remove? There are different types of normal forms available. So the first one is like first normal form. So we will be writing like 1NF also. So when we are taking first normal form, it is represented like 1NF. That is like first normal form. Okay. So what does this first normal form will do? Suppose when you are considering one table, one employee, he joined, the data is maintained in the table. One employee can have multiple mobile numbers. Yes or no? He will be having what? Multiple mobile numbers. So, how you are going to store the data? Okay, I'm going to show you through the picture wise. So, how we are going to see this normalization? One second. Okay, see, this is a table. Can you all see? Is it visible or else come little print? So now this is employee is having one ID, name and mobile number. But what how we stored? One employee is having two. multiple mobile number. That means it is a multi-valued attribute. What it is called as multi-valued attribute. So if your table is following first normal form, means it should not have multi-valued attribute. Means a single column should not hold with multiple values. We should not have. So that if you are having like this, that means your table is not following the first normal form. So we have to divide this, we have to change this table. So how we can change this table? You can see here, here there is still duplicate data, means it's not completely normalized, in first normal form we removed the multi-valued attributes. So how we removed? 14 we wrote, and again we wrote the two mobile numbers separately. So this is like we changed our table into first normal form. If you see this table, yes, now this table is satisfying the first normal form. So for any table, if you want to be in first normal form, it should not have multi-valued attributes. Okay, so that is what first normal form is. It should not have the multi-valued attribute. That is the first normal form. Clear everyone? So that is what the given here in the picture representation. It should contain an atomic value, means single value you should have. That means it should be in first normal form. And clear everyone? So next one about the second normal form. So if it will follow in one hierarchy, how it will be? If it is has to be in second normal form, it should be in first normal form first. It will follow like that. If it has to be in third normal form, it should be in second. So like that, first and second should follow. Second లో ఉందంటే ఫస్ట్ ఉన్నట్టే ఇంకా అట్లా. If it has to be in fifth normal form, it has to be in fourth. Everything it has, it will be following in that order. Now first, what is the rule of first second normal form? Is it has to be in first normal form. That means no multi-valued attributes, that should not be there. And the second point is all non-key attributes are fully functionally dependent on the primary key. So any non-key attributes should be completely dependent upon what? Primary key only. So now here there should not be like two. Here if you observe this table, teacher is there, subject and teacher age is there. So now teacher age is dependent upon what? Teacher id. And again subject is also dependent, right? Subject is also dependent upon the teacher id and teacher age. So this non primary key attribute, it is dependent upon what? Both id as well as age. So it should not be dependent upon two attributes, it should be dependent upon only one. So what, how can we make it into the second normal form? We have to split this table into two tables. To make this into the second normal form, we have to split this into two tables. So how we can split? Teacher id and teacher age, it is repeating, right? These two we will make in one column, and both are dependent, right? So now here, based upon id or age, you can make into one more table. Yes or no? Like this. So what is second normal form? The second normal form is like all non-key attributes should be functionally dependent upon one primary key only. So if you are not having like this, you can split the table into two. First is like no multi-valued attributes. So second is like all non-primary key attributes should be dependent upon the primary key only. Clear? This is the second normal form. Online students, is it clear about second normal form? All of you? Hemant, Abhi, Satish, Vijay, Sarita, everyone. అర్థమైందా అండి అందరికీ? Those who joined little late, if there is any confusion, you can please let me know. Just first, I have just revised the previous day session only. I just started normalization. Is it clear, ma? Prashant, Verma, everyone. Satish, is it clear? Okay. So if anyone have any doubts or anything, you can please let me know. So now these two normal forms are done. Okay. And the third normal form. So the third normal form. Whenever you want to tell that you are in third normal form, it has to satisfy the first and second normal form. That means no multi-valued attributes, and also all non-primary key attributes should be like depend functionally dependent upon the primary key. One more example also you can see in second normal form. Similar, employee id, employee department, and Pune, like two are dependent upon, right? So now what we are doing, id and department separate, and then based upon department id, office location. So this is in now second normal form, and there is no multi-valued attribute also. Clear? Yes. So next one, third normal form. If it has to be in third normal form, it should be in second. That means it should be in first also, and it should not contain any transitive partial dependency. So what do you mean by the transitive partial dependency? I will show you one picture and explain you same like this. If it has to be in, okay, can you see this image everyone? So if you observe here, there is a student name, roll number, branch, and fee. If you observe now, a person name is a dependent upon his roll number. Every person will have unique roll number. And if when you are choosing here one course or a branch, how the fee will be dependent on your branch or course. మీరు చూస్ చేసుకునే కోర్సుని బట్టి ఫీజు డిసైడ్ అవుతుంది, అవునా కాదా? సో దేర్ ఈస్ టూ డిపెండెన్సీస్ హియర్. There should be no transitive partial dependencies like this. There are two dependencies. Name is dependent upon roll number, fee is dependent upon the branch. There should be no dependencies like this. Two dependencies should not be there. There should be only single. So how can we avoid this? How can we make it into the third normal form? We have to again split the table. So I already said, right, normalization is process of splitting the tables. So now you can see name, roll number, and branch as one table, and branch and fees as one table. So by this we are achieving what? Third normalization. If you observe this, there is no transitive dependency, there is no second normal form dependency, and there is no multi-valued attribute. Yes or no? Is it following first three normal forms? Yes. So this is how we are achieving the third normal form. Got it? Understood everyone? So now this table is in. Once again, I am telling, see, in this table, we have name, roll number, branch, and fee. Now here, if you observe, name and roll number are dependent. And here, fees is also dependent upon the branch. So there are two partial dependencies. It should not be like that. So we are splitting again the table into two multiple tables. So now there is no, see, name, roll number, branch. Everything is dependent upon the primary key, roll number only. And here if you observe fee, it is dependent upon only branch. Clear? So this is the third normal form. Okay, online students, is it clear about the third normal form? Everyone? First, second, and third normal form? Everyone, is it clear? Okay. Yes. Okay. So next you have the fourth normal form. So that is not fourth, boy code normal form. So boy code normal form is also similar to the third only, but it is strongly supporting. It has to be little more strict. Okay, it is strongly supporting the third normal form. Okay, boy code normal form is also like third normal form only, but here we have some example like where we are achieving with the boy code normal form. I can show you the example. Okay, so after third normal form we have this. So you can see this. Okay, so now here roll number, student name, branch id and branch name. So like this it is there. Now student name is dependent upon the roll number, branch name is dependent upon the branch id. So two things are there. We have how many primary keys here? Two primary keys. A table should not have two primary keys dependent like that. So again we will split the table to make it this into the boycott. Actually it is same as third only, but it's we have to be little more perfect in this. So now student name should be dependent upon the roll number and branch name should be dependent upon the branch id. So we will again split the table like this. I roll number and name as one table, ID and branch name as one table. So this is what is called boy code normal form. So mostly the when you are performing the normalization till the boy code normal form, we will follow strictly. And additionally, we will not allow the duplicate values through the constraints. Yesterday, just I told about what is constraints, primary key and all. That we'll discuss again later in depth. No issue on that. So, like this, we are achieving what? Boy code normal form. Okay. So, there is no multi-valued and all non-key attributes should be functionally dependent upon the primary key attribute. And what is third normal form? Third normal form. You should not have no partial transitive dependencies. Two dependencies should not be there. And boycott is also same as third, but strictly it follows like there should be no two primary keys in the table. You should be having only single. Here, roll number is primary key, branch ID is also primary key. So now you should not have like this. So if a table has to be in boycott, it has to follow the third normal form along with this also. Clear everyone? Online students, is it clear? Anyone, do you have any confusion? Please let me know. Abhi, హేమంత్ అర్థమైందా అండి?
Ma'am, one question.
చెప్పండి.
Uh, uh, in third normal form, we can have non-primary keys, right? So in the case of fourth normal form or something DCNF, so we should not have uh, two primary keys. So in
Ah,
third case, we have two primary non-primary key also.
yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am.
If you observe here in this previous table here, we are dependent. Roll number and name are dependent, fee and branch are dependent. You should not have dependency like that. But when we split here, there are two primary keys, right? A roll number and branch. But when you're talking about the fourth normal form, we should not have like that also. Two primary keys also should not be there. When you are splitting, every table should have a single primary key attribute. That is like little extension to your third normal form, that is boy code normal form. Okay. Okay, is it clear, Sarita, now?
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. So that is what we have in the boycott normal form. So next, after the boycott normal form, we have the fourth normal form. So I will be sharing every day along with the notes. I'll share the document also. You can go through that. Okay, once the link was created, notes will be shared in maybe 1 or 2 days for you, everything. Okay, so next, if if your table has to be in fourth normal form, it should be in boycott, means 1 2 3 4, all the normal forms have to be till boycott normal form. It has to satisfy all those rules. Along with that, it has no multi-valued dependencies. So what do you mean by this multi-valued dependencies? So now let us see one picture about this multi-valued dependencies. So now here there are student ID, course and hobby. So what is that I told? Here there should be no multi-valued dependencies. Here there are course and hobby. So like there are, it was dependent upon the course as well as two separate things. Like a course is different and hobby is different. So to make into fourth normal form, we have to write like student ID course and then student ID hobby. So we have to again split. There should be no multi-value. Means course, hobby, both are dependent upon what? Student ID. There should be no multi-valued dependency. So course is dependent upon ID. Hobby is also dependent upon ID. It should not be like that. So we are again splitting the table into two. But if you are doing this in fourth and all, table will be very small. If you follow till boycott, it is enough. Okay, along with that, follow, there is no duplication with primary key. Okay, mainly in real time scenarios also, it is like good to follow till boycott normal form, it is enough. Because still if you are splitting, the tables will become more and more clumsy. So not required much, but I'm just telling you what is fourth normal form. There should be no multi-valued functional dependencies. So like this, when you are having ID, course and hobby, course is dependent upon ID and hobby is also dependent upon ID, means two columns should not be dependent upon single primary key. So again we are splitting them, student ID course and student ID hobby. Got it? Understood? So like this we will be doing. So when it satisfies, we will tell that this table is in fourth normal form. Got it? Understood? And finally, fifth normal form. So here in the fifth normal form, we will remove all the duplicate values. There should be no duplicate values in the fifth normal form. So it should be in fifth, means it should be in the fourth normal form, and there should be no joint dependencies. Okay, there should be no what? Joining dependencies in the fifth normal form. So what do you mean by the joint dependencies? How it will be? Okay, so now subject, faculty, and year. If you are seeing like this, year was repeated, subject was repeated. So now to make this into the fifth normal form, there should be no joining like this. So we will separate into multiple tables. Like we will be separating. See, table 1, 2 are still are having dependencies. Finally, we have like subject and year. So we have to divide like this, subject and year. So more and more it will be splitted, so there will be no join dependencies. So these are the five normal forms here, totally six actually, including the boycott normal form: first, second, third, boycott, fourth and fifth. ఓకే, అందరికి అర్థమైందా అండి నార్మలైజేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి? వాట్ ఆర్ ద టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ నార్మల్ ఫార్మ్స్? Okay, once again, just I'll give overview. So, why we require normalization and what is normalization? Normalization is mainly the process of splitting the table into multiple tables. Why we are splitting? To remove the redundancies, the issues or problems or duplicate values. So, what is the reason to develop or introduce this normalization? Because we have some anomalies. What are the anomalies that are caused? Insertion, deletion, and updation. Insertion means due to lack of proper information, we may not insert. ఇప్పుడు టేబుల్ స్ప్లిట్ అయి ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి, మనం సపరేట్గా టేబుల్లో ఒక ఫోన్ నెంబర్ లేదు లేదా అడ్రస్ లేదనుకోండి, we can insert, no? So there will be no insertion anomaly when we split tables. In the same way, deletion, when you're deleting the data, if you're not specifying proper condition, there is a chance of deleting all the data. So that is deletion anomaly. Updation means what? If you're not providing proper condition, it may update everything. That is updation anomaly. So through normalization, we are going to remove all these anomalies by splitting the data into multiple tables. So we have totally like first normal form, no multi-valued attributes. Second normal form, all non-key attributes should be functionally dependent upon primary key. Third normal form, no partial dependency. And fourth or boycott normal form is like strictly following that you should not have two primary keys. And fourth one is like no multi-valued functional dependencies, means two columns should not be dependent upon single primary key. Fifth is like you should be, we will be splitting into more tables so that there is no dependency on joining the tables. Got it? Understood everyone? Online students, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Is it okay? Are you feeling still fast or something? No understanding. Online students, what about you? Everyone, are you following? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Ishwar, everyone. So, if there are new people, you can please let me know if you missed yesterday's session. Kranti, Vijay, Satish, Ishwar, all. Did you understand? ఓకే సతీష్ అర్థమవుతుందా అండి? నిన్న కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్ అనిపించింది అన్నారు. ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు ఫాలో నౌ? కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ రిప్లై? సతీష్, ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు ఫాలో? ఓకే మ్యామ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ. So this is about the normalization and basics of your database that they are going to ask. What is database? How many types? What is the need of database? What is differences between DBMS and RDBMS? And also what is normalization? How many types are there? This is like basics of your database management system. So now these are normalization and ACID properties we will be applying slowly in our SQL and PLSQL. So these are all concepts, how we are removing anomalies, how we are creating the tables without duplicate values. These all we will be learning through the in SQL and PLSQL. Okay. So to work with this, all these things, we need the database to be installed on your system. Yes or no? We need to install the database. So I will tell you today the process of installation of Oracle database. So any database you can install. If anyone is having already MySQL database, don't uninstall it and again create it. Because if you're not properly uninstalling it, it will not allow you to install other thing also properly. That is the issue I'm telling. Okay. So how to install this Oracle database? You can go to the Google page. Okay. So here inside the Google page, you can type here. Now I am using Oracle 21C. What is that? Oracle 21C. So you can use any other also, but I'm using this Oracle 21C. You can just download it. Oracle 21C Express Edition. What is that? Express Edition is enough for us. Okay, you can select this. Okay, you can type this and you can click on. So when you are downloading and installing, make sure what is your operating system. మీ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ఏంటో చూడండి. ఈజ్ ఇట్ విండోస్ ఆర్ లైనెక్స్ ఆర్ మ్యాక్ ఓఎస్? So if it is for the Windows, you have to click on what? Windows. So then you have to down click on this. It will be getting downloaded. Okay, you have to go to Google Oracle 21C Express Edition. Okay, నేను ఈ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ కూడా మీకు స్క్రీన్ షాట్స్ తీసాను ఆల్రెడీ. ఐ విల్ సెండ్ దట్ ఆల్సో. Okay, but if you want, you can make a note. So if you download it, it will come to the downloads. So like it will be like Oracle Express Edition, like this you will be having. Don't directly install it. First you have to extract it. ఏం చేయాలి మనం? Extract. డైరెక్ట్గా ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేస్తే సరిగ్గా అవ్వదు. ఫస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ఆల్. సో ఇట్ విల్ షో ద లొకేషన్. మీరు ఎక్కడ కావాలంటే అక్కడ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయండి సేమ్ ఫోల్డర్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్, ఇట్ విల్ బి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్టెడ్. Okay, it will take, see, the installation and downloading and everything will take little time, because I said, right, database will store huge amount of data. So it will not be done in fraction of seconds, it will take little time, and it depends upon your internet connection also. Okay, if anyone is facing issue for installation after going home or tomorrow, you can bring your laptop here, or you can just ask the mentor or me, like this is the issue we are not able to solve, we can reply, help you. మీరు ల్యాప్టాప్ తెస్తే నేను ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి కూడా పెడతాను ఒకవేళ అవ్వకపోతే. Okay, so first you have to extract it. So when you extract it, I think I have already extracted it, so it is showing. Okay, whatever, when you extract it, okay, you don't directly open it, extract it, you will be having the setup file. What you will be having? Setup file. So when you double click the setup file, it will be installed. So here you have to type next, next and all. Okay, then it will be getting installed in your system. And one more thing you have to do here is like, you have to give the password while you are installing. It will ask you to what? Enter the password. So when you are entering the password, you have to remember it. Okay, what you have to do? Remember, you have to type and retype the password. So adi mari anta don't give any complicated password, because we are just using it for our learning purpose, no? It's not like anything. So you have to just give a simple password. So that password, with that only we will be working in future. So it will be installing like this. When I click the setup file, it will be coming like this. Okay, so when you click, see, it is telling already it is there, do you want to remove and install? So it is already there, I'm not installing. But for you, you will not get like that if you are installing for the first time. Click, double click the setup file, it will come next, next and all. It will take little time to install. But in where between, it will ask only password. Username is common, that is system or sys or sysdba, that will be displayed on the window for you. But only password you have to enter. Just continue, it will be installed. Once it is installed properly, then we can work with the database. Understood the process, all of you? You have to download it, extract it, and then install it. Okay, so by tomorrow you try to install it and bring it. If not, I will again tell the process. Okay, అందరికి అర్థమైందండి ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ ప్రాసెస్? Okay. So once it is installed in your PC, how to check it is working fine or not? Go to the start or search wherever it is. Type here SQL plus. What do you have to type? SQL plus. Select this, and you can double click or click on open. A window will be opened like this. Is it visible, everyone? Okay, here you have to type the username as what? System. అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ మీరు ఏదైతే ఇస్తారో ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ అప్పుడు, వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ గివ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్, ఈ దట్ పాస్వర్డ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ లైక్ హియర్. సో వెన్ యూ సీ హియర్, generally in text, when you are entering the password in real time applications, it will show dots or stars, but in Oracle it won't show that also. Means the person who is seeing cannot know how many letters are there in your password also. Now I typed almost 7 letters, but is it visible? No. So it won't show anything. Means it won't show dot stars are, means it is more secured. Correct. So the user or a person cannot predict your password, the number of letters also. Okay, once again I will exit and I will show again. You have to go to the search and type here what? SQL, and it will be opened like this. Okay, and just the username is what? System, and the password you are giving like this. Okay, is it visible there? No. Dots are stars also. That why I'm telling is you might think it is not typed, no? So I'm telling it before only. Okay, so now it is logged in. If we give wrong password, it will suggest you it is wrong and all. Please log in with the correct password, like some message you will be getting. So this is the basic installation and execution of your SQL. Okay, clear everyone? Online.
Ma'am, can we have more than one database on our machines, laptops?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Can we have more than one database like Oracle as well as MySQL on the same laptop?
You can have, but they it will occupy so much of memory, right? If there is any memory issue, it might create a problem,
Okay.
because both will occupy huge amount of memory. No, otherwise you can have it. Okay. So any
Okay,
more
ma'am. Thank
questions?
you.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. So like this, we have to install it. Okay. So this is about the database and how we are executing the database installation and everything. Why we are using and how we are using, and what are the types of normal forms we have here. Now we are going to learn here about the SQL and PL/SQL language here. So first we will be learning with what? SQL. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Everyone know? Query language. So what does this SQL contain? Anyone know? Structured Query Language. What does it contain? What we'll do with this?
We will get the data from the tables,
Yes. So
giving some data.
we said like Oracle is RDBMS software. That means what? It stores the data inside the table. We said we'll follow normalization everything. That means what? Using this SQL, we are going to write some queries. What we are going to write? Queries. Queries means like some commands or questions. Okay, so using this queries, we are going to insert the data, delete, update, and perform so many modifications inside the table. Okay, so first of all, to insert, delete, or update, we have to create the table. No, table has to be existed. So already in Oracle database, there will be lot of predefined tables, but for our practice purpose, first we will learn how to create the tables and all. Okay, so completely there are so many commands are there, right? So overall, all the commands in the SQL are categorized into 3 or 4 types. Okay, so what are the types here? DDL, DML, and then third one is like a DCL, and the fourth one is like TCL. These are the 4 types of commands that are categorized. Means how they are working based upon the functionality of the command, they are categorized into how many types? 4 types. So DDL stands for what? Data Definition Language. Good. So, what is this data definition language include? So, mostly this will be working with the structure of the table, not the content actually, the structure of the table. Means when you want to create, you have an intention or you have given a project for the student. Now you have to store by your application all the student information. So you have to create one table for the student. So first we will think what are the columns, what should be the structure of the table. Means student should have id, name, or maybe roll number, name, and he should have mobile number, what is the course fee. Like this we'll have so many columns. No, that means we are designing the structure of the table, we are creating the table. So the data definition language will work on what? Table structure. So creation of the table, so you will be having like creation of the table, and you will also have like removal of the table. Drop means what? Removal. And sometimes you need to make some changes in the structure of the table. Yes or no? You need to, not about the content I am telling, structure of the table. అంటే కాలం యాడ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు, you want to add a column, you missed adding the column of mobile number or some details about marks of the student, any subject you wanted to add, not the content, column only you want to add. That you will be doing with what command? Alter. Update is correct for updating the content of the table. Means any value of a person, means you changed your mobile number or you changed your address, value can be changed by using what? Update. But table structure can be modified by what? Alter. Okay, by using alter command you will be modifying the add or remove the column. Means you can add a new column or you can remove the column. And one more thing you can do, suppose you have given for the name size as 50 for any person name, but if you feel the size is not sufficient, you want to change the size. Okay, if you have to create one more table, it is waste of time, you have to create again table, insert data. But if there is a chance to update it, increase it, it is good, right? So using alter command you can also modify the column size from 50 to 100 or 50 to 2000. Like that you can also modify the size of the column. Here you have to remember one point when you are modifying column size. You can increase whenever you want, but while you are decreasing the size, you have to be careful. If the table is containing data already, okay, even though it is less than 50 only, but it won't allow you to reduce. 50ని మీరు 40 సైజ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు, ఎందుకంటే సైజ్ ఈస్ 20 ఓన్లీ, బట్ స్టిల్ ఇట్ వోంట్ అలో యూ టు రెడ్యూస్. ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ యూ అన్ ఎర్రర్ దట్ దేర్ మే బీ లాస్ ఆఫ్ డేటా, దేర్ మే బీ loss of data. If the table is empty, there is no data in the table, then you can increase the column size or decrease the column size. Size means what? The number of characters. So you can increase or you can decrease if the table is empty. But if table is containing data, you can only increase, you cannot decrease. So these all come under what command? DDL commands, like create, drop and alter in the table data. Okay, is it clear everyone? So like this we have DML, DCL and TCL also. Okay, we'll discuss about that later tomorrow. So by tomorrow just install and try to bring it, or you can practice at home or in the lab also. Okay, so tomorrow we will start like SQL commands, how to work with that. Clear? Okay, so 5 minutes I will be giving time for any doubt session. Come in last two sessions. If anything you have doubts, you can stay and ask me. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Online students, you also, if you have any doubts, you can wait and ask me. Otherwise, you can leave the session.
Ma'am, I want to install MySQL. What is the latest version of MySQL, ma'am?
Okay, so you can just go to the net and you can type like MySQL database, same as this, and you can just install it. I think 8.0 something was there. You can install any latest version. Anything is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ah, yes.